The main characteristic of the furry fandom is that we walk around in our giant animal costumes. Like, if you've seen any pictures online or anything like that, the giant furry costumes are a decent staple of what this community is. They're giant pieces of art. I am Tufts and Fluffs. That's my online name. And I am a part-time fursuit maker. I make on-demand and customizable mascot costumes, otherwise known as fursuits, for people all over the world and all over the country. I take people's characters and I bring them to life, much like any mascot you see on TV, but these ones are a little more personalized. I've been doing this for about 2 or so years. We are very, very rare in the fandom being the furry fandom. Here in the Anthropomorphic Society of the University of Utah, we represent a small group of a larger group of people that are referred to as furries. I obviously get the character first. I make sure the customer is completely fine with all the details, and then I go buy the foam. Basically making a skeleton of what is to be their character. The foam base, as we call it, is just the skeleton that doesn't have the skin or flesh yet. If it's a fox, I'll give it bigger ears. If it's a dog, then I'll give it floppy ears, And then I tape it out in duct tape, and I will transfer that duct tape onto construction paper to make a pattern. I draw on the duct tape what their patterns are, whether they have stars, stripes, anything. I will label it every single color that they have as well. And I will transfer that all onto construction paper, and then the construction paper is transferred onto foam. Then the whole parts are sewn together. Every piece of the face, every piece of the paw, every piece of the tail is sewn together. It is either a minky, a plush, or a fur. The fur is glued on back to the base and made sure that it's completely fine, sturdy, it's not going to fall off. The fur is then shaved. The eyes are installed. Any details like horns, feathers, I put on after. I make sure the teeth are inside the mouth. I have a large audience. I work with kids, and I work with their parents, and I work with adults. The basic process of actually getting, or commissioning a fursuit, I should say, is you need a character. Whether you have that character yourself, whether you made that character, whether you bought it from somebody else, doesn't matter. You need a character that you can call your own. Let's say it's Max the Fox, right? Max the Fox has 3 colors, gray, blue, and white. That'll be put on a reference sheet, which is a piece of digital or traditional artwork that has the species, all of its markings, all of its colors, where they want it to be. They will send that reference to me, and I will give them a quote. In terms of actual commissions, I only open 2 times a year, maybe less, and I take upwards of 3 clients at a time. It's a lot of work. Each suit takes about 2 to 3 to 6 to 8 months to complete, depending on how many parts the person wants. I give them paperwork and they agree to my legal TOS, they pay me, and then I immediately get to work. 6 or 8 months later, or 2 to 3, depending on how big the commission is, I just get it in a box and ship it off to wherever they are in the world. See, these characters are very connected with their owners, or their makers. And so when you see that character being brought to life and you can hold that character, you can be that character, that is very empowering for some people. And that's, I believe, the one true reason why people care so much about these things and spend so much money, is because they can be a version of themselves that is a little out of the box, is a little comforting. You can have a character that is completely different from your actual self, and you will be that character once you put on that suit. Or you can be a character that's completely reflective of yourself, just under the suit. It's whoever you choose to be, and especially those of the younger generation who don't know who they are yet. That can be a very useful tool to helping them find who they are and help them get a better grasp of what they want to be and what they want to do in the world. I've also been called a pedophile, and I've been accused of being a groomer a couple times by some parents. Um, their kids are fascinated with the fandom and they want to do more and have fun being a giant fluffy dog like all these other people, but the parents obviously don't approve, and it's like, sir, ma'am, whoever I'm talking to, I'm simply talking to your child trying to sell. That's all. And I've only had that happen maybe like once or twice. It's not like an upcoming thing. Most of the interactions I have are positive, which I'm thankful for. And yes, I will absolutely stay here for as long as I can. I've met people who've been in this fandom for over 35 years, and that's really inspiring. Because they've met their partners, they've met their lifetime friends, all just because of one common thing. And it's not even the fursuits, it's just the title. But the fursuits do add a little special gimmick to it, which is funny, and it's fun.